Hey, I am Amber Ross, your agent for the day. In this video, instead of taking a tour of a home, I am going to be answering the top 10 real estate questions searched on Google and ChatGPT here in the El Dorado County area. I will tell you what was searched, the context of the question, and if I was asked what my answer would be as your agent. Question number 1. Is El Dorado County a buyer's or seller's market right now? Context of this question. People are searching this because inventory is rising. Currently around 3.9 to 4.3 months of supply. But well-priced homes are still moving fast. It's a nuanced market. Honestly, it's a polite market. We aren't in the 2021 Hunger Games anymore. But sellers aren't exactly handing out the keys for free. If your house is cute and priced right, it'll sell. If it smells like a wet dog and it's priced like a mansion in Tahoe, we're going to have a long talk. Yes, some sellers, depending on their circumstances, are more willing to work with buyers on price and credits. But that doesn't mean that every seller needs a quick sell. And if they are priced fair and marketed well, they'll likely have multiple offers. Honestly, question number 2. Will home prices in El Dorado County drop in 2026? Context of this question. Buyers are looking for a crash, but the data shows stabilization. Median prices in areas like El Dorado Hills are holding steady near $925,000 to $1 million, with only minor fluctuations. Everyone is waiting for the big crash so they can buy a Victorian house in downtown Placerville for a nickel. Newsflash, it's not happening. The market isn't falling off a cliff. It's more like a toddler who finally sat down to watch a movie. It's quiet, it's stable, and it's finally stopped running circles around us. So when we are searching for your home, we can slow down and really find the one that checks those boxes without fear of being rushed into something because of a shift that drives demand through the roof. No thanks. Okay. Question number 3. How long does it take to sell a home here? Context of the question. The current average is roughly 52 days. Sellers are seeing that if a home sits past the 50-day mark, it's usually a pricing issue rather than a lack of buyers. Okay, hot take. This question deserves a more specific answer. Are we factoring in market prep time? This is the time where we are getting your home ready for the market. Decluttering, deep cleaning, staging, photos. We do this to ensure that it performs well when we go to list it. 52 days is what Google says. But when I do a market analysis for you, part of what I'm looking at is, yes, what your home can sell for, but also the time it takes to sell it. We call this the average days on market. That's the days before it gets in contract. There are many factors that we have to take into consideration, like your home's desirability. For instance, single story tends to sell more quickly than multi-story. Does your house have all the inspections completed up front? So buyers know what they are walking into, potentially leading to shorter contingencies and escrow. Also, is your home one that would be marketed to a flipper? If it is, and it's priced right, they'll likely swarm. Question number 4. What are the best neighborhoods for families? Context. High search volume for specific communities like Serrano, Blackstone, and Bass Lake Hills. People are looking for safety, top-rated schools, and lifestyle amenities. Well, I'm biased towards anything near nature. I live on 10 acres where I can let the kids run like feral forest creatures. Serrano is the gold standard for some. But if you want a yard big enough for a play structure and a garden without seeing your neighbor's cereal brand through the window, look at the spots between El Dorado Hills and Placerville. Shingle Springs, El Dorado, the town, not the hills, Diamond Springs, and even Rescue. With question number 5. Are mortgage rates finally going down in 2026? Context. This is a top national and local search. With rates hovering between 5.5 and 6.5, buyers are looking for advice on buy downs and adjustable rate mortgages. All right, my take. They're flirting with the 5s and the 6s right now. Luckily not 6, 7. Sorry. It's really like waiting for your toddler to finally put on their shoes. It's happening, just way slower than you'd like. My advice, find a house you love and get strategic with an offer to help buy down your rate until you can refinance. Question number 6, how much is my home actually worth versus an online estimate? Context, sellers are frustrated with estimates. They are searching for how local factors like views, proximity to Apple Hill, or specific school districts impact value in a way an algorithm can't. This is straightforward. Zillow hasn't walked through your front door and seen your custom butcher block or that artistic crayon mural in the hallway. An algorithm does not know the value of a sunset view over a canyon. I do. Trust the human, not the robot. Question number 7. Is it better to buy now or wait until later in 2026? Context. With inventory slightly higher than last year, buyers are wondering if they should strike now while they have more negotiating power or wait for potential rate cuts. My take. If you find a house that fits you and your family's needs and you can afford it, buy it. If you can afford the payment, buy it. Waiting for the perfect moment is like waiting for your kids to all be asleep at the same time. It doesn't happen. If you wait for the stars to align, you will be waiting forever. The perfect time to buy will never exist. But the perfect time to start investing in yourself is always now. All right, question number 8. What are the hidden costs of buying a home in Dorado County? The context. Beyond the down payment, locals are searching for information on property tax installments due in April, fire insurance costs, and HOA fees in gated communities. Obviously, fire insurance is the big one up here. It is the uninvited guest at every escrow party. All right, fire insurance is property specific and always likely to be cheaper if you are closer to town, on a smaller piece of property, or in close proximity to a fire department. I always get a fresh insurance quote on all of my listings. It does not matter what the seller has, it's likely to change. And if one is not available for my buyers, we have a contingency time to get one. Other costs. We also have properties that are on septic and well water, which can be cost saving versus on public water and sewer. Oh, and don't forget the Placerville tax. You're going to spend at least $100 a month on Apple Hill donuts and local coffee once you move in. So budget accordingly. Question number 9. How can I make my offer stand out without overpaying? Context. Since the market is balanced, buyers are looking for strategies like flexible closing dates and clean offers rather than just throwing more money at the seller. My input. Make it easy on a seller. A clean offer is better than a messy high one. I always call a listing agent first to find out what the seller is really looking for. Aside from price, what is the motivating factor for their move? And how my buyers and I can make it the easiest transaction for them. Maybe shorten contingencies, a quicker close, or a few weeks after the close where the seller can have extra time to pack and move. I've represented a buyer where the seller really didn't want to take this super large item, and my buyers said they'd keep it. To the seller, that was worth more than the extra $5,000 that someone else had offered. Because of that initial conversation, my buyers didn't have to pay an extra $5,000, but still got the house. Question number 10. How is remote work still affecting the local real estate? Context. The Zoomtown effect remains a popular search topic. People are still relocating from the Bay Area, looking for larger homes with dedicated office space and scenic views. Yes, absolutely. People are still trading their 900 square foot apartments in the Bay for a home office, a backyard that isn't communal space, and the space where they can actually hear themselves think. As long as the Wi-Fi is strong enough for Zoom calls and streaming, people will keep moving to the foothills. Just keep in mind that the Wi-Fi is not equal in all parts. If you have more questions, feel free to message me them. I am always here to answer. I'm Amber Ross, your agent for the day. You are also a real estate agent. Remember, real estate does not have to be a solo journey. If you're looking for a collaborative, supportive community with real rewards, I'd love to connect and talk about what eXp has done for me.